Ivo Karlovic has written another page of tennis history here in Houston after beating Nick Kyrgios in the quarterfinal, becoming the oldest player since Jimmy Connors' San Francisco 1993 in the semifinal of the ATP tournament. In addition, the Croatian veteran had a chance to become the oldest ATP finalist since Ken Rosewall in Hong Kong 1977, 43, but he was beaten in the semis 7-6, 7-6 by Tennys Sandgren, who will compete in his first ATP final in a career. The match lasted an hour and 37 minutes and nothing could separate the rivals on the courts, an expected fact in the encounter with 2 tie breaks. Tennys won 75 points while Ivo stood on 73, and they both saved 3 out of 5 break points they faced follow each other closely in the entire clash, a pretty important one for both of them. Ivo missed the opportunity to take at least a set, despite firing only 10 aces, leading 4-2 in the opening set and wasting a set point on the return at 5-4 in the second, falling in the tie breaks with 3 mini breaks for Sandgren in total, who didn't lose a point on to serve in the crucial moments for another great result after that quarterfinal run at the Australian Open, pretty much out of nowhere. Karlovic was off to a better start, breaking at 15 in Game 15 to open up a 4-2 lead, losing only 1 point in the first 3 service games. Tennys broke back in Game 8 with a perfect lob, and he saved a break point in the following game that could pretty much cost him the set if Ivo had converted it. They served well in the last 3 service games to set up a tie-break that went to the side of the American by 7-2, earning mini breaks in the second point and at 4-1 after volley errors from Ivo, closing the set with a service winner to move set away from the final. The American looked stronger and stronger, and he grabbed the break in the third game of set number 2 following another volley error from Karlovic, who had to work hard now in order to get back on the scoreboard. He did that with a volley winner in Game 6, breaking back to level the score at 3-3 and improve his chances for a complete comeback. Tennys saved that set point in the 10th game with a brave forehand winner, and he seized the crucial mini break in the 8th point thanks to a deep return that forced an error from Ivo and sent him 5-3 up. Sandgren wrapped up the win on his first match point at 6-4, celebrating the first ever ATP final in front of the home crowd. Defending champion Steve Johnson has advanced to his 4th ATP final after a hard-fought 7-5, 6-7, 6-2 victory over the young gun Taylor Fritz in 2 hours and 22 minutes. 2 years ago in Memphis, Fritz prevailed in 2 tie-breaks, and this match was also very close, at least in the opening 2 sets where they pushed each other to the limits all the time. In the end, Johnson saved his best tennis for when it mattered the most, and he saved 3 out of 4 break points to keep the pressure on the youngster, who had to battle against 15 break chances, saving 11 to keep himself in contention until the final set. Taylor saved 2 match points in the last game of the second set, but that wasn't enough in the end as Steve raised his level to leave him in the distance in the decider. Johnson made a rolling start, breaking rivals' serve in Game 2 with a forehand winner to open up a 3-0 lead, and he had 3 more break points in Game 4 that could seal the set for him. Fritz repelled them all, closing the game with a backhand cross-court winner, but he had to play against another break chance in Game 6, saving that one as well to stay within 1 break deficit. Johnson played well in his games, and he served for the set in Game 9, only to lose serve at 15 and bring Taylor back on the scoreboard. The younger American had to play against 3 set points in Game 10, fighting for every point to stay on the track before Steve finally broke him for the second time on his 10th break point in Game 12 to grab the opener 7-5. Fritz started to serve better in set number 2, and he saved a break point in Game 8 to level the score at 4-4, and he earned 2 break chances in the following game. Steve fends them off, and he had the opportunity to close the match on the return in Game 12 with 2 match points up for grabs. Fritz refused to surrender, and he saved them both to reach the tie-break, winning it 7-5 after a service winner to send the match into a decider. Johnson managed to leave this set behind him in a rather quick manner, and he lost just 5 points on serve in set number 3, accumulating the pressure on his young opponent. Taylor couldn't deal with it, and he lost serve in Game 3 after a forehand error and again in Game 7 with a double fault. Johnson propelled himself into the final with a service winner in Game 8, ready to defend his title on Sunday against Sandgren. Semi-final results: 6, Steve Johnson, USA, versus Taylor Fritz, USA, 7-5, 6-7, 4-6, 4-8, Tennys Sandgren, USA, versus Ivo Karlovic, Cro, 7-6, 2-7, 6-4.